hearing me or seeing me in front of your eyes. Defunding the police does not mean getting rid of the police department. It means um, defunding or decreasing the budget, the massive budget that the police department has. That's all I want to say.
And redispersing. I yeah, I definitely, that's a huge thing. Maybe we should talk about right now is it's not easy to chant redisperse funds and like, and so it is a shame that defund the police is able to be taken in a way that like the other side can be like, why would you want that? But it's like I think the ideas as far like it's crazy to me that you can become a state trooper in like less than a year. It's crazy. You don't need to learn as much law as a lawyer. It's crazy that we put these broken down police officers in prisons to break down people who need help. It's crazy that I like when you read statistics on how often police officers are prosecuted, it's mind-blowing because they're not. like we they need an overseeing body that investigates, like if there's a problem in a particular law enforcement, someone like a totally different entity needs to be taking care of that, not the same law enforcement. It's just, yeah, and also like the idea that police officers, they don't really need much on the job training before they actually become police officers. They don't need to take a state board, they don't need to take a federal board. This like the same as nurses need to take that, hairdressers need to take that. My dad is a funeral director. He continuously needs education credits in order to keep his license, because obviously information's changing, everything's changing constantly. So I think that those types of ideas should definitely be involved in law enforcement and kind of the reform that we're suggesting.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
agree. Like I think if you're gonna have authority like the police department in charge of all these things that they're in charge of, there should be it should be as difficult as like any other authority figure. Like the people in Congress, they went to college, they learned about the rules of the rules that they enact, and the same with like
Judges, yeah,
everybody needs experience. That's why like with the exception of our current president, every other president has had lots of experience politically. So it's like it should be the same with police officers. Police officers should have a good amount of experience or training in order to get to where they are.
humanitarian, like experiences, humanitarians, like psychology, philosophy, just anything. Because when you put someone, a criminal, into jail and perhaps they acted out on the fact that most, I'd say that there are people like Jeffrey Dahmer, like put him in a cage, like whatever, like people like that who are clearly bad people, but I think a lot of the people just need help.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Everything Under the Sun podcast. If you want to listen to the full podcast, you can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else you get your podcast. To watch more segments from the show, you can follow our Instagram page, our Facebook page, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at Everything Under the Sun.